Drones, Congressional UFO/UAP hearing spoke about bringing some of the drones down to be inspected under American scrutiny. They had a key word on the topic, which was capability. They kept speaking like the capability to drop these drones was rare, and only a select part of the military had the ability. As I said in my past video on this topic, the most important consideration is where they will land and try to prepare the most open area where sightings are occurring. There is a lot of red flags for me that nefarious secret order members who also hold high levels in American government are responsible for the drones and are blocking any natural response from the people, the military, and the law enforcement. They are flying low in densely populated areas the size of cars, and no one in the public knows what's going on. President Trump said, and I quote, "The government knows what is happening." He said many other, and this about the drones just recently. He said many other things like them coming out of a garage and announcing he canceled his trip to Bedminster because the drones had been present there also. The thing with the garage was interesting to me because it made me think of some like little dark site, some like, corrupt politicians who got spies on the payroll in like a building, and they just like opened up a garage door, probably a bunch of garage doors it seems like, and just kind of brought them out. And they'd probably been in there for some time. Yeah, and then he canceled that trip to Bedminster because the drones are there. He said, "I won't be going to sleep there." It's scary. This could be a massacre. It could be a massacre in the making. Let me finish what I wrote down. There is risk in dropping them, but I believe the risk is greater for the public not to defend themselves. Back to the key word, capability. Any hunters or avid gun enthusiasts that have high-powered rifles and scopes should look at Google Maps if you're in the general vicinity where they're starting to be seen, because you might see them somewhere that hasn't been reported being seen yet. Anywhere, really. There's no one who knows. Like, it seems like it's more East Coast stuff right now, but I also seen and heard things on the other side. So anybody just be kind of thinking this if you fit this group. Any hunters or avid gun enthusiasts that have high-powered rifles and scopes should look at Google Maps imagery, like the satellite imagery of their surrounding area, and prepare for the best firing zones. Obviously, the round is an issue. That's why hunters don't shoot off over skylines at deer, is because you don't know where the bullet's going to go back down over, and it's never worth that. Well, this isn't a deer. So there are ballistic tips that I just learned more about recently that break up extremely easy. These lightweight ballistic tips for like kind of like deer rifle calibers, but I know they're for all rifles would have the same option that they exist. These lightweight ballistic tips. Prepare the best firing zones. Obviously, the round is an issue, so lightweight ballistic tips won't make it back to the ground regardless of accuracy, or, if you miss the drone, it shouldn't make it back down anywhere. Specific citizens have the capability to get us some answers, because it'll break up. It'll break up before it makes it all the way back down to this. I believe that. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I had just recently learned more about, and they're not the same. Like, they're not. It's not a hollow. It's a whole different material on the tip of the shell. Ballistic tips won't make it back to the ground regardless of accuracy. Specific citizens have the capability to get us some answers and possibly prevent a disaster. Also, a note, the drones have been reported to pick other drones up with a drop cable and claw, apparently. And you got to shoot multiples, or at least be ready to shoot the one that drops the cable, because what they don't want you getting them. See what I mean? That's why you got to get you. You could shoot a bunch, at least get one. At least get one, and then I don't even know who you should call. I really don't, because I'm kind of worried about when somebody gets one of these on the ground and then they call, and, you know, somebody's probably already, if there's corrupt orders high enough up, and there is, in high level government that's already been letting this go on and stuff like that, when all of our natural instincts is not to let car-sized drones fly around densely populated areas of Americans over American soil. No, nobody can ever tell me that I'm wrong for saying this. Like, and then the fact that the president coming into office is like, I don't know what's going on, but they know what's going on, and I would shoot one, and everybody's still just like, there they are. They said leave them alone. And I don't know what the best thing is once I'd rather it end up in a barn somewhere. It needs to be examined under American scrutiny. Doesn't have to be calling the FBI and even in law enforcement and stuff. If you call law enforcement, call some kind of local law enforcement that you already know and that you would be able to tell if something shady was going on, if they were trying to get it away and stuff. And make sure whoever gets it takes a lot of pictures of stuff first and then hides that before they call and report it. Get a lot of data before you report it. All right, stay